There are moments in history where resistance is not measured by survival, but by silence, where the end of a people becomes the beginning of a legend. On a sunburnt plateau above the Judean desert, nearly 1,000 rebels, men, women, and children, made their last stand. Their enemy was the Roman Empire. Their fortress was Masada. Their weapon was a choice. In 70 CE, Jerusalem burned. The temple, heart of Jewish faith, was reduced to ash. Rome's fury, unchallenged and absolute, had crushed the great Jewish revolt. Legions marched through the ruined city like gods of vengeance. But while the smoke still rose, a few refused to kneel. Among them were the Zealots, radical, uncompromising, feared even by their own people. To them, Rome was more than an oppressor. It was blasphemy carved into law. They would never serve it, not in life, not in death. With Jerusalem lost, the Zealots fled east, through hills, past dead towns, and into the choking winds of the desert. Their destination was Masada, a flat-topped mountain fortress once built by Herod the Great. It was isolated, impregnable, and already stocked with water, food, and weapons. What began as a refuge became a rebellion reborn. Atop Masada, nearly 1 million men, women, and children gathered. They were not an army. They were a people, survivors, families, fanatics, believers. They knew what would come, and still they chose to stay. 3 years passed, then came the 10th Legion. Led by the Roman governor Lucius Flavius Silva, 15,000 soldiers marched into the desert. Masada stood above them like a silent god. But Rome did not believe in gods. Rome believed in siegecraft. Silva began construction of camps, walls, and towers, slowly encircling the mountain. A siege ramp was ordered. Thousands of slaves hauled stone and earth to build a slope that reached the top of Masada. Inch by inch, death climbed toward the rebels. Inside, time moved differently. Children played under shadowed walls. Water flowed from ancient cisterns. Families baked bread, told stories, lit candles. But every morning they saw the ramp grow higher, and every night they heard the clang of hammers in the dark. The leader of the Zealots was Eleazar ben Yair, a man of vision, fire, and fatal clarity. He knew Masada would not hold, and he knew what Romans did to prisoners. In spring of 73 or 74 CE, the siege ramp was complete. Roman battering rams smashed through Masada's outer wall. But the defenders had prepared, setting fire to their own barricades to block Roman entry. The flames rose as the sun fell. The Romans retreated for the night, expecting victory the next day. But what they found was silence. That night, Eleazar gathered the people and spoke not of survival, but of freedom. The Romans will enslave our wives. They will murder our sons. We have only one choice left: to die free. The people wept. Some resisted, but by dawn they had made a decision. 10 men were chosen by lot. They moved silently, room to room, ending the lives of their own families. Painlessly, respectfully. When all was done, one man killed the last of the 10 and then took his own life. When the Romans breached the inner fortress, they found no resistance. Only fire, only the dead. And 2 women who had hidden to tell the story. Masada was not a battle, it was a message. To some, it was a tragic waste, zealotry taken too far. To others, it was defiance made eternal. The Roman Empire would survive for centuries, but Masada would become myth. To this day, Israeli soldiers climb the mountain to swear an oath. Masada shall not fall again. In the desert winds, the fortress still stands. Its stones remember. Masada did not fall by force. It fell by will. It remains a place where the line between courage and despair is blurred, where death became a declaration, and the silence still echoes.